Thank you, Divya and Nurzahan, for joining for this interview. And again, congratulations on your final presentation and all the work you have done during the summer session 2024. My name is Sabrine S. I'm from Brazil, and I'm a head PM program manager in Magic. And I'm also a program manager for the partner schools in Brazil. Divya, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Divya S. I currently work as a technology program manager at Intel. I'm based out of Northern California, the Santa Clara area, and this is my first time being a Magic mentor, so it's been a great experience.
Nurzahan, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Nurzahan C. I'm an 11th grader at Midwood High School, which is located in Brooklyn, New York.
Nurzahan, can you tell us a little bit about your project?
So my project is a hands-on experiment focused around a research question that Divya and I created. And we were basically trying to see if placing food waste into an environment would increase the amount of greenhouse gases made or not through the process of anaerobic digestion, which is a process in which microbes um, create energy for themselves, but also release greenhouse gases as a byproduct. And so we just created an experiment which took 7 weeks to do. And our results showed that we used hot dogs for our experiment to act as our food waste. And our results show that when a food waste or a hot dog is diced, it releases the most amount of greenhouse gases.
And can you tell us what was the motivation for you to choose this topic for your magic project?
Yes, so my motivation was in school, especially in New York. I saw that there was a lot of food waste in my school and outside of my school just because of the area that I'm located in. And I thought that well, this has to have an effect on the environment. So I did a lot of research on it in my own time and for a class in school last year. And I found that food waste releases a lot of greenhouse gases into the environment because they end up in landfills and it goes through the whole chemical process of anaerobic digestion. And I thought that I wanted to try to learn more about it. And so I did. And then for magic, I wanted to actually see it physically and experience and really just try to see it happen for myself to prove that, oh, food waste does, create more greenhouse gases. So with Divya, we were able to do this experiment.
And was it the first time you did this kind of experiment?
Yes, it was my very first time doing an experiment of any sort, and it was just my first time working hands-on with greenhouse gases, basically.
Awesome. And Divya, how was your experience, your first experience as a mentor, and working on a project that maybe is a little bit different from what you do at work, right?
Yeah, it was a really great experience for me. I work in, the analytics realm right now, but I actually did my undergraduate degree in biology, and did a lot of research in my undergrad. And so when I applied to be a Magic mentor, I specifically requested, a student who was interested in working on like a science project, because it was really fun for me to kind of go back to a lot of the material that I learned and practiced in college. And it was really fulfilling to be able to kind of explore and share all of that knowledge with Nurzahan.
Awesome. And Nurzahan, how different was your magic experience when comparing to maybe some activities you do in your school or some activities you do outside of school already?
Well, it was definitely very different from school because in school clubs that I joined for the science of it as well, they don't really explain anything as well as Divya was able to, and they don't give you the one-on-one experience since there are a bunch of other students there. And in my free time when I do regular activities, I'm obviously doing like something entertainment, like reading or watching a show, so it's going to be fun. But I think this is one of the first times that I did something that was science and STEM related, and I was having just as much fun because it was definitely a lot of fun doing my whole experiment and seeing all my results. So I think it was was very different and like kind of being able to combine both the science and the fun.
Awesome. And Divya, do you have any advice or tips for Nurzahan on her future projects?
I think, just keep being curious, like keep asking questions. I think we covered a lot of foundational material about just the scientific method and how experiments are usually done with like components like a question, a hypothesis. So I think, we learned a lot together, and I would just say, as you continue to do more research experiments in the future, just like, continue to keep the scientific method in mind. And you really use it as your framework to answer any question that you have, and you'll be off to the races.
Awesome. And Nurzahan, did this magic experience change anything? And if so, how? About the idea that you had about like the STEM field, science, or the career or the work on this field?
Yeah, I would say this magic experience definitely did change a lot of and help me out with a lot of perspective by situations. Like next year in school, I was planning on being able to actually convert food waste into energy, but I wasn't sure how to go about that. But with Divya's help, learning how to just extract like the greenhouse gases and make the microbes, create it in an environment that I can control, that helped me a lot with just getting a head start on what I'm going to be doing next year. And hopefully I'm still able to talk to Divya about this because she was a huge help, and so was magic in general. It was just very helpful for me with my next year work because now I have like the first half of my project already done since I know what to do now.
Awesome. And it's really, really inspiring. We always expect that the magic experience is inspiring both for the mentees and for the mentors. But I think for anyone that is watching these presentations, it's really inspiring. And it's amazing the work that you're doing. Sometimes I think that you cannot say that this is not a work that is being done by someone that is in college, because it's really great quality work. So congratulations again on your experience in this summer session.
Thank you.